Good morning, Speed Gaming. I, I hope you're all ready for this one. We have Zevdi versus Upfrog. Zevdi, Nevdi, and Zeb did very well in the recent Rando League, so I believe this team's probably the top seed in the group. And then we have Upfrog. What's Upfrog? So it'd be Eden 8 and Source 28. Oh, they're number one overall. I'm not really surprised. They're both very, very good at Rando. So we're just waiting for this one to get started. So I'm not sure if this one is going to be full rando or if it's going to be major minor, but we'll see pretty quickly with the morph ball and the ceiling tank. So major minor would be all the major progression items are going to be at major item locations. So that would be like beams and suits and stuff, as well as E-tanks count as major items. Whereas full is everything can be in any location. And we're off, so everybody gonna be going through parlor and climb. Maybe gonna see some moonfalls here. A couple of cool down backs. Nevdi and Zeb making it through the dreaded pit room. Eden doing a great job staying out of those pits. Alright, so we got bombs and morph ball. So Nevdi's morph ball is going to be in the ceiling over here. Gets the D-boost in one try, so that's always nice. If you don't get it really quick, it can be pretty annoying to try to set up. And a plasma beam. It would be Zeb's plasma. It's always really nice to find early. It's a great quality of life item to have. Eden's health getting a little bit low. Probably gonna have to farm these gamers here. I mean, it's not a very easy D-boost to do. It's something that takes some practice. You gotta be careful. I think another hit is dangerous. Nevdi with those bombs, he's able to check out old Brother Brain on his way up. It was just some super missiles, but that's always nice. So what we're going to be waiting for here is some kind of bombs or power bombs for player 2. Source getting the D boost gets the plasma beam out of the ceiling. Okay, so player 2 actually got screw attack instead of bombs or power bombs, so they get to continue even further if they want. He has the option of going to check Gauntlet here if he wanted to scout out the major item location, or he could be coming back around after. Maybe when he goes towards wrecked ship, he could peek into Gauntlet quickly. And a wave beam at Bomb Terizo there, also for player 2, who's going to have wave and plasma. That's pretty nice. Eden does successfully get that morph ball. It's very tricky. What we might see here from Zeb is there's a power bomb there. Never mind. I was hoping I would get to see the screw attack into get that item. This is really tricky and precise to actually get it. So that is power bombs for player 2. We are going to be looking for as well power bombs for player 1 so that they can actually check everything. Zevdi is making the decision to go through Gauntlet here with his bombs, which is, I mean, I like it. I like doing this. You need to get to the back of Gauntlet has a good chance to get some power bombs for you. Although that E-Tank helps a lot too. You can a lot less likely to die with that one E-Tank. Oh, and he got power bombs too. So it was just a heat tank there. It's nice to have the power bombs for this back half of the Gauntlet, because to me it's the one that's a little bit more dangerous. You have to spend time in the acid usually. Eden going through their BT fight. Got the wave beam for Source. So the back of the Gauntlet there is just missiles and power bombs for Zeb. And Zeb as well fighting his own Varia suit. So we're not going to have to be worrying about any runs through heated rooms from him. You can still wish that on Zevdi though, if you want. We could have high jump boots and Terminator. That's pretty nice. High jump boots are a great quality of life item that you don't really think about it until you don't have them. Especially if you have speed, it ends up being very, very awkward movement that a lot of people struggle with. Eden also grabbing those high jump boots. Let's see if Zeb goes for the... I'm wondering. It looks like he's gonna do it. He's gonna be going through X-Ray with the X-Ray D-boost. So his entry was a little bit off there. He took an extra hit on the spike, so he wasn't able to make it in time to get to the waiver. What you want to do is get over there quick enough so you can get the D-boost on the waiver, and it sends you over onto some spikes where you proceed to do a lot more D-boosts. So he gets the D-boost this time. So you see he's hitting the waiver now. And the final part is also tricky. Oh! Doesn't quite make it. And he doesn't have a backup to make it up, so he's gonna have to D-boost all the way back. And we'll see if he decides to make another attempt at it. It is a major item, so it's pretty hard to skip it. Especially when you know you're capable of doing this. And he does have Varia as well, which in this mode I believe makes the spikes not do that much damage. If this was Gravity Suit or a Power Suit, it would be, he might not be going for this. So it was just the E-Tank at the back of the X-Ray Hall, but Zeb was a little bit ahead, so it's fine. He's taking a little bit more time to do these checks. Eden taking a save there at the bottom of Edecoons. This is a pretty scary spiky room, so I understand wanting to do that. So Zeb finding just another energy tank at Spazer. This is a pretty healthy scene for him. It's got many energy tanks. So we'll be going into Norfair pretty soon. Just after Crate, I imagine. Zevdi grabbing some supers out of the pipe. Zeb does decide he wants these missiles. I know that Zeb tends to pick up a lot of miners until there is charge beam found. So you see a difference in strategy between people where some people will kind of front load the miners they pick up, and others will hope to delay it and pick them up towards the end of the game if they need to. So Eden gonna be going for the gate glitch here. So with the high jump boots, you just have to back up against the wall and time your super missile. And they get it on the third attempt. Well, Zeb's already getting out of Kraid's lair there. So we're gonna see what's at Kraid's E-Tank here. See if anything cool. Alright, Zevdi going into his Kraid here. Let's see if he gets a quick kill. Kraid blocking the first attempt with his hand, but Zevdi gets a great backup there. And he gets speed booster. So we have a high jump and speed for player 1. So what's important here is that player 1 does have Spring Ball, so Suitless Meridia is on the table for them. Looks like Zevdi hesitated a little bit on that reserve tank. But with the fanfares the way they are, sometimes it's better to just jump and hope it's a good item. That was space jump there for Zevdi on Zeb's side, so I mean, Zevdi's getting lots of nice movement items. Tried to do He tried to do a cool spring ball strat through that room, but it didn't quite work out. Well, he does find his own wave beam. So doing a quick run to ice beam. So he'll be doing high jump boots probably, and then we'll see if he goes for the run to Bubble Mountain or not. Well, he has speed, so it's pretty free. Zeb attempting right side Bubble Mountain. He does get it. That's really tricky. Those wall jumps are not easy at all. And there's the other speed booster. Okay, so both players' speed booster is not too far from each other. The ice beam for Zevdi. Okay. There's just more and more stuff for Suitless Meridia. I'm liking this. Now I just need grapple. Well, Zevdi taking a save here. So this could be more than a safety save. It could be a potential to save Scum Bubble Mountain as well, if none of the items here are good for him. He does get trolled by King Cack there. But a space jump makes it not too hard to get back up. So Eden getting out a crate there. Gonna go collect their crate tank item. Zevdi having to do a little farm at the speed bugs here. It's always kind of tricky exactly how much you should farm, because you don't want to farm up all the way in case you get an E-tank. Okay, so it looks like Zeb is going to be heading towards Crocomire. And he does have his ice beam as well, it looks like. What I'm interested in seeing is what Zeb does after Crocomire, because I know that he can make it through the worst room in the game. So there's the grapple beam. I would like to point out that Zevdi, I believe, has assembled all parts of the Shacktool Exodia. As this is the totals randomizer, it uses the tournament logic for SMZ3. It is possible to get to Shacktool suitless. So if chat wants to hope for that, it is in logic now. Zevdi going through his croc fight. Zeb checking out the grapple beam location. Just another E-tank for Zevdi. But I think this is interesting. Zeb can choose to go clear lower Norfair here, but I feel like it might be less likely to have progression for Zevdi because it's not in logic. So it does look like Zeb is heading towards lower Norfair, and he got that Spazer, the Spazer troll. Zevdi picking it up. I think Zevdi was hoping it was his Spazer. Alright, so we're going to be seeing a bootless lava dive from Zeb here. So he has to carry this fireball over. So he doesn't quite get the K go through it. He's gonna have to do it again. And then use the iframes to jump up that spike wall. And then off the other wall and up into the entry. That's always a great trick, and it's nicer in randomizer because the Varia suit is better than in vanilla in terms of protecting from heat damage or lava damage. Okay, so we are seeing a green gate glitch here. So Zeb is going to be checking the screw attack item. And I assume he'll be IBJing his way out. Oh, there's his own high jump boots. That's kind of funny. Okay, so he won't be IBJing up through this room because he could just jump out now. It was probably the best thing he could have found there for himself. Eden does unfortunately take a death, but they did take a safety save here. So they could just grab what's important. Zeb going through the amphitheater here, which is scary because if you fall in the acid without gravity suit, it's really can get really dicey. But he didn't make any major mistakes, so he was able to get out without much difficulty. It is just a reserve tank of fire fleas, though, unfortunately. Eden grabbing another safety save. So we have Zevdi, who's choosing to go back up towards wrecked ship. He's going to be checking out X-ray. See what's over here in his seed. Makes the smart decision to fall into the spike so he could get more run speed. He is rewarded with his own plasma beam. So he does have the full beam combo now. These heated rooms, they're no joke. Especially when you don't have very many E-tanks. But I'm sure Eden will be able to get these done. With Source going into Crocomire and Zeb going into his Ridley fight. See how fast he gets these 30 supers in. It's always a bit more difficult to get the supers in when he's swooping like this. Alright, getting grabbed there. Ridley's down. And we're going to be seeing what he was hiding. Well, Zevdi heading into the wrecked ship. A reserve tank for Zevdi. Perfect. It's exactly what we wanted to see there. I think on the Zevdi side, what we're looking for is a Varia suit for Zevdi. We have a quick microwave of Phantoon. So using that charge plasma and the X-ray allows you to kind of wait out his iframes, hit him multiple times. Alright, so for Lower Norfair, Zeb just found his own high jump boots, and then he found, I think, 2 reserve tanks. But the high jump boots is nice, that opens up Suitless Meridia for himself. And since he has Ice and Grapple Beam, he'd be able to complete that. Although I don't think he has the charge beam yet. So he will still be needing a bit more ammo. He'll need to check a few more minor item locations. Whereas Zevdi could potentially go for a full RBO seed, but since there are no guaranteed E-tanks in Lower Norfair, you'd want more power bombs than this. Yeah, Zeb was prepared to do high jumpless, worst room in the game. Yeah, it's an interesting point, because his high jump was in Lower Norfair, you know that his gravity is going to be not behind that. So it won't be behind something suitless. And there's still plenty of terrible places for their gravity suit to be. Like, Zevdi has all of Suitless Meridia available to him. I can understand the decision to put off Suitless Meridia, though. If you're just going to go kill Dragon, it's not so bad, but if you have to also be checking items along the way, it does take quite a bit of time. There is a screw attack for Zevdi. He has to be considering just not finding any suits this game and just going for it. So Zeb is a little bit ahead here. I imagine he's going to head up to Wrecked Ship and full clear it in this case. Oh, no, he's going to be heading down towards Meridia. This is the more efficient play in terms of his routing. I'm not sure if it's the best play on behalf of his team if they're trying to find something for Zevdi, but Zevdi might just be committed to attempting suitless everything now. So he unfortunately does miss the quick entry, so he's gonna have to wait for this crab. There's another setup you can do with like a wall jump from freezing the fish in the right location. Oh, that's unfortunate. So he's gonna be resetting the room. There's a question in chat, what does multi-world mean? So essentially, there's two separate seeds that they're playing that are linked, and the items for each player can be in both of them. So all the progression could end up being in one player's seed, or you know, your Varia suit could be at what? What happened to Zevdi there? I did not see that there was a frozen enemy. I thought he somehow bonked on something. Alright, so Zeb waiting for the crab again. So Zeb is struggling a little bit with plasma here. With the if your momentum doesn't quite match up, it's pretty easy to double hit an enemy. Yeah, he's tired of this. He's turned off plasma, turned on spacer. Yeah, so both players do have to finish Mother Brain for it to count as a win for the team. So the finishing time for the team is when the second player is done. Alright. Eden 8. Showing Zeb how Suitless Meridia is done. I don't think the suitless play is necessarily bad. I think it would be better if I would have preferred if Zevdi was heading towards Lower Norfair while Zeb was doing this. But if Zevdi is going into Suitless Meridia, I think it would have been better for Zeb to head towards Wrecked Ship. I am fully expecting something to be at Zevdi's Shack Tool. And it's possible that what's at Zevdi's Shack Tool could be something like Zeb's Gravity, and then that would put all of Meridian Logic. Yeah, it does look like both of them struggled with the quick entry there. Yeah, he does have Spring Ball as backup. That's an interesting point that the chat brings up. It is faster to freeze things than to do Spring Ball jumps, though. So maybe Zevdi just got that in his mind. So Source is taking out Fantoon. We're going to be seeing what's in the wrecked ship here. What Zeb could be missing out on. So he does have to go through this suitless Batoon fight. He doesn't have a ton of spare supers, but there are a lot of missiles. He's doing a good job of taking the fight carefully. So Zevdi starting with the Mama Turtle check here. So Zeb, all right. I guess Suitless paid off. So that will be go mode for Team Zevdi, that Varia. Zevdi will probably go to Lower Norfair here and then do his own. And then we'll be doing his own Suitless Meridia to Dragon. It is kind of an interesting strategy when you do that. You just do everything in the... Sorry, excuse me. You just do everything on your fastest path and hope everything you need is there. And it paid off this time. We will be seeing double Suitless Meridia out of Zevdi and Zeb. I didn't quite see what the first major in the wrecked ship was. Zevdi going through his lava dive, so we'll see what's in his lower Norfair. His Source trying to go into the spiky room. Eden is either heading through Mama Turtle or... Yeah, it looks like Eden's heading towards Mama Turtle here. Zeb setting up for a Crystal Flash here so he can blue suit out a Dragon. Does get the Crystal Flash, so this will set up the Spike suit, and then he'll be attempting to convert it to a blue suit. I assume he got the conversion because he's just waiting this out. Source is trying to get the speed jump here. I don't think he's realized you have to jump from the water. But he could also go for a Shine Spark. So it's just an E-tank behind Dragon. Zeb does decide to pick it up. Yeah, it is an option to spark into Dragon with that, but I would be scared of chain damage. So Eden's going to be doing the Main Street climb again here. Zevdi's going through the beam fight with Ridley. So just 20 shots to finish this off for him. There's a swoop. He does get sniped by some fireballs off the wall. Oh, Source did make it through. He made it through the sponge bath and is going to be seeing what's that wrecked ship E-tank. Zevdi getting rewarded with a vanilla E-tank. Okay, so Source's own gravity is at wrecked ship E-tank. So Zeb's gravity was there, which would put Zevdi's Varia suit into logic. Source is going to be going all the way through Wreck Ship, so we'll also be seeing what's at Wreck Ship Reserve and what's at the Vanilla Gravity location. Hopefully some more suits. Something to help out Eden 8. Eden 8's struggling with the Mount Everest climb here. It's Source 28. Our Source is about to get through to the bowling alley, so we'll be shortly seeing what's over there. It's a brief little cutscene. Oh, Zeb remembering to check the gauntlet that he skipped early game. We'll see if there's something over here. Not worried about the acid or anything, just tanking a bunch of damage. So Zevdi's going to be on his way to Dragon now. Zeb does have, I believe you realize he has some time to be checking some items, so that's what he's doing. Since suitless Dragon does take some time to get to. Alright, so at Wreck Ship Reserve, we got a reserve. Perfect. That's the kind of stuff you want to see. But yeah, Eden's health gotten quite low, getting bullied by these pink pirates. Ooh. I didn't catch what was that gravity. Looks like it might have just been an E-tank or... Zevdi doing a quick Main Street climb here. Okay, so it was Spring Ball at the Gravity Suit location. Source is now going to be checking the gauntlet as well. Yeah, Player 2's Gravity was at the Wreck Ship E-Tank. Yeah, it is definitely looking like Gravity Suit is in Player 1's Meridia. So I don't think Zeb will be checking the Wreckship E-Tank. Depends how fast Zevdi gets through this suitless Meridia. Quick microwave of Fantoon on Zeb's side. So he has all 4 G4 bosses down now and is free to head towards Torian. He might be checking a couple more major items, but there isn't really a ton he could use. Space jump would be nice, but you don't really need that. So he is going to be checking the major item on right side supers. Eden just finished the X-ray check. Looks like they'll be heading towards Waterway. Taurus also going to Waterway, get that screw attack for Enid. It's a pretty comfy item. It doesn't really help with the suitless Meridia. This is unfortunately kind of looking like it might be another gravity check tool seed. Zeb will be going up to check Attic as well. So he has a little bit more time to check some majors. Zevdi trying to get this grapple escape. And he nails it. So he doesn't have, or he didn't set up the blue suit, so he'll be doing a spring ball jump out of here. Yeah, chat does point out that Zeb is mostly just checking for stuff that'll help Zevdi or just help the team with Torian. Because if you're finishing considerably before your partner, unless you full cleared your game, then things aren't, you might not be doing things properly. You really got to do your best to help your partner, and you try to finish around the same time to use your time most effectively. That's what makes Multiworld really interesting. So Eden does have screw attack to get through this climb here, which is really nice. Zeb taking a refill here. Doesn't choose to save. Zevdi stuck doing these fun wall jumps. So Zevdi is very experienced in RBO, but in RBO you don't leave this weight suitless. So he's going to be trying to swing up through this door here. Via space jump, so it's pretty easy to get out there. Just get to the top of the water line. I have seen people also set up a grapple jump from the previous room to just get all the way to the top, but that's pretty precise. Zeb's making quick work of these Metroid rooms. Eden's heading over to kill their Fantoon. Decided that they've spared the ghosts for a long enough amount of time. And we do have the full movement options from Zeb here for baby skip. So we'll be seeing an attempt at that here. Oh, he does bonk a statue, but it's okay. He kind of saves it. So kind of saved it despite that statue bonk. Manages to get back in rhythm and get the baby skip. Gets to do a fun spring ball jump through that room. That's cool. It looks like he's attempting speed Zeb skip. And he gets it first try. That's nice. The good thing about setting up a speed skip there or a down back skip there is you get to keep your screw attack on, which is really nice. I find it's very helpful for especially like the Leodoc's room. Zevdi also making quick work of his Torian here. Source is looking around for some stuff for Eden, who's going through the Fantoon fight. Fantoon is down. Zeb is ahead, so he's choosing not to do stand-up here. Zevdi taking the baby skip nice and safe. So we have 2 successful baby skips on Team Zevdi side. You love to see it when that happens. We want all our runners to succeed. So Source is off to check our good friend Shack Tool. It'll be interesting to see if something's here. We know that Eden's Varya is going to be at Source's Batoon. Zeb heading into Mother Brain Phase 3. Zevdi doing Mother Brain Phase 2. It's cool to have 2 runners on Mother Brain at the same time. You know, it shows that they planned and worked well together as a team. You know, I'm a big Shack Tool fan. He's just doing his best. He's just working. You gotta respect the hustle. Well, there's a gravity suit for Eden. It's Shack Tool. Yeah, I'm sure they're pretty happy about that. But when something is a Shack Tool, it's not so surprising. Turns out it wasn't the cursed. It was not the cursed gravity location of it being player 1's Shack Tool. Zeb does not decide to go for the animal surprise. And Zeb is done. And the team finish will be shortly. Hang on, hang on. Zevdi could still die in the escape. Get stuck in the acid without gravity. Fall down to the bottom of Leodoc's room. But he's a very accomplished runner, so I wouldn't expect any of that. But I do believe we have a moral obligation to cheer for Team Upfrog, rather than the tyrants of Zevdi. Upfrog does have all their suits, which I think makes them the real winners. Zevdi finishing, so we have our first place team, Zevdi, and Zeb finishing I'm not in the race room, so I'll just use Nevdi's time here of 107.46. So get your GGs in chat for Team Zevdi. Source does take out Dragon. And then he'll probably be heading down to go kill Ridley as well. Whereas Eden's going to be killing Ridley and then Dragon. So Source will be checking the plasma beam location. I don't think we saw this. I'm guessing it's going to have to be something. If it's something, it might be space jump. That would be useful. You might also just be pathing this way because of any percent. Oh yeah, he does have space jump. Alright. My mistake. Welcome, Nevdi. GG's on that race.
Thanks, man. Thanks for comms. I know it's early morning for you guys.
Yeah, I woke up and I brought out the trash and I had some Raisin Bran and I looked and there was no comms for this.
I thought you were going to make some joke about me being trash or something like that, but it didn't come, so...
No.
Did you see our
This is SpeedGaming. Yeah, that was very well done.
What, our suitless Meridia, or the game was very well done?
Both.
Oh. I'll wait till Zeb gets here, but he was egging me on to do Varialist Lower Norfair. He's like, I'm not checking any islands because he really wanted to do suitless. And he's like, I'm not going to Meridia. You're fine. You go do you. I'm like, man, can you please look for it? And he's like, nope, I want to do suitless Meridia. So he ran off and I had to go fend for myself. It's pretty rough.
I was gonna ask about that, like why he chose to do Meridia over going to the wreck ship to look for stuff for you.
Because he's a jerk. That's why. He's like, oh, I've got screw. As soon as he got screw, he's like, you're fine, Nevdi. See you later. And he noped out of there. I'm just ragging on him because he's not in the chat to defend himself either. I think he still needs an invite. But yeah, that was the entire plan. Was he told me that screw was my go mode and see you later. That was it.
I mean, it was an option. You know, I was considering that you were probably thinking about doing Lord Warfare, but your power bombs are kind of low for it. You had 20, and there's no guarantee to E-tanks there either, unlike RBO.
Yeah. Actually, looking back, I don't think it was too bad. I'm not, in seriousness, I'm not really clued on to the changes in this. Like, I'm not used to Shack Tool being a gravity for both players without gravity. So there's like another Meridia location I wasn't really accounting for. There was also left sandpit I wasn't thinking about. So in hindsight, probably was correct, even though it was going to be a bit rough, but it seemed okay. I don't know. Where was it actually? That'll solve the issue. Where was my gravity?
So your gravity was at, I believe, Zeb's Shack Tool.
Yep. Okay. Cool. That's what he said.
Well, I said that I did. You said it wasn't logical.
Yeah, it was in logic pretty early too. You need space jump and spring ball and ice and high jump, I think, and grapple beam.
There's so many weird gating things between both games that it nearly seems like you're in your interest just to go when you can, because one player can do so much work, and that's what the game intends, and the other one's sitting around. So I don't know. I don't know. We're still learning it, but yeah.
I'm not sure what you guys have talked about before, but we decided to go once iPhone screw attack because that gave Zevdi
We decided, Zeb.
and
Come on.
That suit was available, and I had suit was available. So
This is a one-way agreement, Zeb. I didn't want to do it. You're like, see an FD, you're in go mode.
but honestly, that was the worst suitless party for both of us we've ever done.
It was so embarrassed. And I heard Simo was on comms. I'm like, oh, please don't look at me. Please don't watch the 112 RBO god. Are you 112 now? Either way.
Yeah, I have a 112.06. I mean, I think your suitless Meridia was fine, except the first part. where you spent 5 minutes trying to climb on a crab.
Zeb was stuffing up so much. I'm like, oh, I'll come in and show you how to do it. And then I stuff up just as badly. It was a disaster. But, you know, can't all go well, right? Just leave it at that. Everything else went okay, I suppose. It's good fun. I was laughing the whole time. Well, Zeb was actually, I was a little bit worried, but Zeb was cackling and laughter the whole time. It's good.
When you came back the second time for Dragon, it went a lot better.
So, Eden and Source, did they do similar things, or I guess this just seems like a full clear. Well,
yeah, it is pretty much a full clear. Eden was doing a suitless Meridia, but they were struggling trying to get up Mount Everest. I saw them kind of go around the whole loop a couple times, falling down and going back up Main Street.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool they went for it, because the gravity was in their game at Wreck Ship. So yeah, Eden would have gone down and then sounded like back up through Meridia. That's cool, they give it a go.
And now we have, they're just finishing off their last boss. I think Source already did Dragon, is off to Ridley. And Eden's gonna have to go through Meridia to get to Dragon for their last boss.
Yeah.
Did you guys have fun with that one?
Too much fun, to be honest.
Like you had suitless stuff pretty early for Meridia, so you were probably already kind of committed to that, and we're just looking for Varia.
Yeah, that's kind of what
We kind of we got too excited that it was going to be suitless, and we got carried away, and we tried our best not to try and find our suits because we really wanted to do it or hope that it worked out or something like that, and then we deliver that.
Yeah, that's our biggest weakness, is if we go against another team who doesn't do that, then we're pretty likely to just be gosh, we're gonna go suitless, and they might find the suits and be like way ahead of us.
Right, like you commit to suitless, and then you just skip like speed booster because you're already in go mode.
Mm-hmm. Stuff like that. It worked out really well in the qualifier. We just decided to have Zevdi go suitless War Norther for that, and it was really good, but it won't always work out.
Yeah. I think it might work out more often than not in these seeds with more items potentially in Meridia. Like more of a chance of suitless stuff there, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It's still pretty interesting. I just like the whole interaction between the two players.
It's so much harder to focus though when you're
it is.
to like
yeah,
when I'm talking to Zevdi, then I'm like, oh god, I have to play too.
Yeah. And we're watching each other do tricks, and cracking jokes at each
Like,
other, and he's
I
like,
get
"Oh, I'm too
distracted
focused
so
on."
often.
Yeah, yeah. You forget which transition you're going into because I'm watching Zeb's stream. It's the true battle. Our weakness is paying attention, keeping focus.
So the real strategy is to distract both of you.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I blame all of my bad play on distractions from Zevdi.
Nevdi, you gotta play
No,
better.
I'm not.
You gotta stop distracting Zeb.
I'm too tired to come up with comebacks. It's late. I wanted to sit around and have a good chat to Eden and Source because they're really good friends of ours, and stir them up and stuff. But I think I might have to go to bed. I'm gonna go watch this on my phone and watch him finish it out, and I'll have some words to Kyle and Eden tomorrow. But Simo, you're legend. Thanks so much for staying up and waking up and doing comms. Didn't expect to restream, or didn't, let alone comms. So it's awesome. Thanks for tracking. Thanks, Scoopler, for everything. G, and we'll see you next time. I gotta go to bed. I can't speak. See ya.
Yeah.
Alright, GG's Nevdi. Have a good night.
I think I'm gonna head out too. But thanks for comms.
Yeah, thanks so much for coming by and chatting and being on Restream. It's always I don't know. I was excited when I saw it was you guys playing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thanks again, and see you later.
Alright, take care. Have a good day, Zeb. Alright, so Source getting that Ridley kill. Eden's heading over to Botwoon and then Dragon. They'll probably also be getting to G4 at a pretty similar time. So nice quick microwave on Botwoon there. I think it's just an E tank at Botwoon E, so you don't really need that. And Source has Screw Attack and Space Jump for Flower House, so that's really comfy. Space Jump as well for Coliseum is very nice. You don't really have to mess around with the sand at all. Alright, Eden going into their Dragon fight. Taking out the turrets, look like they're setting up for a microwave here. We'll see if they get it in one round. It can be kind of tricky to get all the hits in. There we go. So you see when Samus stands up like that, it means that Dragon has died. Which is actually how the the blue suit works when you do a spark kill on Dragon. When Dragon dies, you get into a forced standing pose. So if you're in a Shine Spark, it interrupts that, and that's what gives you a blue suit. But here with the microwave, you can just use that as a cue to see that Dragon died. Sora's getting a little bit bullied by the Three Musketeers. Just a light bullying. But you see, he did not find... he didn't find his high jump boots, which were at GT, but he was already in Go mode at the time, so it made sense that he didn't go check that. Whereas Zeb did the early Lower Norfair. He did the high jumpless entry. So it made a lot more sense at the time for him to check what was that screw attack. And really for Zeb, it was probably the best item he could have gotten there for himself. Although I'm sure he wanted to do the the high jumpless worst room in the game strat. Unfortunately, he had high jump boots and had to just settle with moving faster. Okay, so it does look like Eden's going to be making it to G4 first. And then Source will be there, maybe like a minute behind. Of course, there's always a lot of time to make up in Torian. So now it's become a race between teammates. So Eden heading into G4 now. Source is just getting up towards the top of Red Brin's going to be getting on an elevator soon. Let's see how Eden takes these Metroid rooms. I always found Screw Attack makes the Metroid rooms really awkward, since it kind of bounces them around in a sort of unpredictable way. Alright, they're taking it nice and safe. Really, it's fine if you're taking damage here. You don't really need all this health, and it depends if you're going for baby skip or not. If Eden was going to be going for a baby skip, they'd probably be more careful with their health here. So I imagine that they're going to be going for a baby skip, as they call it. Where you damage down, and so it doesn't take as long for the baby to drain you. Almost making it through those side hoppers. Sora's getting a little trolled by that frozen beamer. Eden facing right after getting grabbed by the baby. Optimal. Eden 8, optimal gamer. And Source is going through his Metroid rooms here. They all have tons of ammo, so it's no surprise they're not particularly worried about picking up drops. Alright, we'll see if Eden decides to take a safety save here before Mother Brain. Alright, she's going for it. Accidentally destroys the Rinka there, so they're gonna have to wait a little bit. It's a bit tricky to freeze it in the right location here, especially since the beams keep just hitting the Zeb type. Alright, there we go. That should be a good location. Alright, use a spring ball to get through. Meanwhile, Source getting drained by the baby, trying to make it as far as he can. Also remembering to face right. Alright, you're going into Mother Brave phase 2. So we got a full beam combo, so this is just 20 charge shots. And remembering to damage down there. Damaging down is actually pretty important. It's actually safer because there's a couple of health values where you can risk actually just dying. Source as well is going for the... Oh, no, just decides to blow up all the Zebs. Looked like he's going to be attempting the Zeb skip at the second Zeb, but decided against it in the end. Alright, so Source about to start his Mother Brain 2 fight. Just shooting out those supers, getting them out. The baby is protecting Eden 8. Doing its best. Oh no. Tragedy. Alright, so Eden choosing to use the corner strat here. This is good and safe. And you don't have to worry too much about the Mother Brain 3 fight if you do this. Alright, so Source did not damage down. So we'll see how this works out. Alright, so it was a nice health value that it didn't there wasn't much risk. Eden going into the escape. Baby coming to save Source 28. Surely this time the baby will defeat Mother Brain. And Source and the baby can live happily ever after. Alright, making it through the Leodoc's room here. Going up into the climb. Choosing to spark up along the right wall. It's nice and safe, so you don't risk bonking on anything. Going up through Parlor, which is kind of terrible with high jump boots. Doesn't really have any trouble with it, so just going to the ship now. Just steam left, the last obstacle. So Eden 8 finishing with looks like a 134.08. Source still going through the Mother Brain fight, so that's not quite done yet. So we have one more escape to go through, and then we'll have all the teams done. So all the pressure is on Source here. Source doesn't have high jump boots, so Leodoc's room is kind of terrible. Alright, Source also choosing to spark up the right side. Zevdi trash talking the other team in chat. Very rude behavior. I think he would have been happy just with the win. But it's all in good fun. So Source getting on the ship. GG's finishing 136.37 for Team Upfrog. All right. So we'll see if they come in for a chat after that race.
Hello.
Hey, welcome Eden, welcome Source, GG.
Thank you. I think that went very well.
For what the seed was, I think you guys did pretty well. Yeah, what you folks did well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not a Metroid speedrunner by trade, so yeah, I think I did alright based on everything.
Yeah, at least you got the better seed than I did. Like,
Yeah, that is true.
I had all the movement items, and then I just kept dying in Meridia because that's life sometimes, you know.
Yeah, without any suits, everything in Meridia hits really, really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering if Zevdi might have done the suitless low and warfare, or oh no, wait, I think Zeb had my seed. Either one. So
Was Zevdi had your seed, and they were Zevdi, I think, was going to do suitless Norfair, or he was going to get forced into it. But Zeb found Varya going at Batoon as he was going through suitless.
wait, where was my gravity suit again? If
Your gravity suit was at Source's Shack Tool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
the plays, Shaktul hype in chat. Always better than Shaq's chat. And we had 2 Crocomires. I don't know if Zeb or Zevdi did Croc.
Yeah, I believe they both ended up doing Crocomire. Zeb did it before going to Lower Norfair because he decided to do it without the high jump boots. So he did it there when he was there the first time.
Yeah.
There wasn't much in Lower Norfair for him except high jump boots at Screw Attack.
Yeah, I think that must have been at your Screw Attack then, so you didn't do Green Gate Glitch.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Yeah, and then Charge Beam was at my Fire Fleas, which Kyle was very happy about. But yeah, no, I think it went really well because our seed, in the seeding match, we got a 156 or something.
It was like just under 2 hours.
Yeah, it was literally just under 2 hours, and then we beat that by like a good 20 or so minutes, so it couldn't have gone better really, except, you know, obvious mistakes, but, you know, we live and learn.
Yeah, it looks like it went a lot better, and this scene was pretty unfriendly, so feel good about it.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't too bad. Smile. I think I could have eventually pulled off Suitless Meridia. Like, it's just Mama Turtle I hate. And then obviously seeing Bot Wound and Left Sandpit probably being nothing would have made me feel pretty bad as well. But I think by the time I checked those, I think Kyle could have found my gravity suit, so it probably would have worked itself out, but you know, it's how it goes.
Being able to do suitless Meridia stuff's always kind of a big advantage. Like there was a pretty big possibility that your gravity was going to be in like a sand pit or something, or at your own shack tool.
Yeah, like if my gravity's at my own shack tool, that's a dot forfeit from me, to be honest. It's impossible. But yeah, thank you, Zevdi. Thank you, Zeb, for racing us. I'm glad we actually got round to doing it after we cancelled it the first time.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you, Simo, again. Thank you to the restreamer. I think it was Scooper.
Scoopula,
Yeah, it was Scoopula.
Scoop?
Actually, don't know how to pronounce that. I was doing Scoopula, but they had to. Scoop had to leave to go do something.
Yeah.
So they're not here to correct me right now.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you everyone. GG's again.
Yeah, GG's.
Alright, GG's. Alright, so that is the race. So there will be more Super Metroid Multiworld coming up on... Let me check the schedule. We got... The next race is set for Saturday at 12:30 a.m. Okay. Just keep your eyes peeled on that. 12:30 a.m. EST. So it's like midnight. So it's kind of like Friday midnight. So that'll be exciting. That was team Slow and team Cat Jam. So that should actually be a really good race. Hopefully that gets a restream. Follow the runners. We have Zevdi, Zeb316, Eden8, and Cool Kyle. You can follow Scupula, who did his best tracking and setting up the restream. You don't have to follow me. It's all right. Thank you so much for hanging out, watching the race, and everybody have a good night, or have a good morning. Good night for Zevdi. Good morning for the Western world. Oh, sorry. Go to source 28. All right. So that is the race. Thank you so much, and see you next mission.